guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video today, I am going to teach you how to cut and sew this beautiful short kaftan shift dress. So if this is interest you, please hit the like button. Also don't forget to drop a comment and share as well. Oh yeah, let's get started. So making this beautiful dress, I am using 1 yard and 22 inches remaining fabric to make this dress. It's a leftover from a dress I made. So moving on, I have to fold by 4. Folding by 4 will help us cut both the front and the back piece at once. After I am done with folding the fabric by 4, I am going to start drafting the basic bodies needed for this shift dress. I am going to mark my shoulder point starting point. Then I will place my tape on a straight line. Then I will mark the lengths of the dress. I stopped at 39 and I will use 1 inch to fold it, making it 38 inches in length. From my shoulder point, I will go down by 2 inches for my shoulder slope.
So for my center front, I'm going to go in by 3 inches for my neck width, connect to the shoulder slope. Then I'll come down by 1.5 inch for my back neck depth, and for my front neck depth, I'm going to go down by 4 inches for my front neck depth. So I'm going to divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2 is 8, and my sleeve is 6.5. That's what is remaining on the sleeve. So I'm going to come down by 10 inches for the opening of my sleeve, and I'm going to mark down my points, my bust point, my waist point, and my hip point. So I'm going to divide my bust point by 4, and I'm going to mark it down plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches seam allowance, connect the lines. Then on the full length, I'm going to divide my hip circumference divided by 4 plus ½ inch allowance. And to make this curve, I'm making it like that because I want this curve. Okay, so I'm not going to add up to 2 inches allowance on the full length. So for this pocket, I came down by 16 inches. Then from that 16 inches, I mark 7 inches downwards. That is for my pocket. Okay, so I'm cutting out the excesses right now. So this is my pocket, 7 inches by opening. So now cutting out the back piece, I'm going to remove the back. That is one piece. I'm going to remove one piece from there. Then we're going to work on the front piece. So for the front piece, I am going to come down by 4 inches from the center point. After cutting out the front piece neck depth, I'm going to come down by 4 inches again for the slit. That is for the front slit. So after cutting it out, I will go ahead now and cut the interfacing. So I'm going to use my lining because I don't have enough material. I'm going to use my lining as the interfacing. So I'm going to place my front piece on the lining. When I folded the lining by 2, I will place my front piece on the lining. Then I'm going to trace out the neckline from the front piece. I will trace it out like this. Open the slit, also stop where I stopped at my slit, the 4 inches. Then I'm going to curve it like this. Yeah, that's basically it. So this is the interfacing for the front. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the interfacing to cut out the gum stair. I'm going to use the interfacing to trace out the gum stair that I'm going to gum on the material, so that it will make the neckline to stand very well. So I am also going to make it shorter than the lining as well, because the only target is the neckline. So watch, I'm going to place the gum stair on top of the main fabric. Then I'm going to use my iron to gum it to the fabric like so. Then when I'm done gumming it, I'll place my lining in front of the material in the front of the material, while the gumster is at the back. This lining is going to be in front. Then I'll trace the lines of the neckline like this. I'll sew through the lines, then I'll fold it back to the back piece, iron it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what I was trying to explain to you guys. This is what it looks like after I am done ironing and everything. So next thing we are going to do is to add the design. So I cut 9 by 9 in a rectangle shape. This is 9 and this is 9. By folding, is going to be 8 now because I folded it in a way that I can stitch it down. But after using the hemming gun on it, making it stand out very well, I used the hemming gun on it. Sorry, I didn't open it, but I used the hemming gun on it that made it stand out very well. So I'm going to stop stitch on it separately in the machine, then I will come back and place it on the material now. So as you can see, I've gone over to my machine, then I stitched it in my machine separately. Then I'm going to place it. It will be easier for me to stitch it on the dress than stitching it directly like that. So I'm going to place it on the dress, following the lines or center line of the material. Okay, the center front, I use my iron to mark the center of the material. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to place my back piece on the front piece, join them together with the lining, that's the interfacing. I'm going to join it like this, following the interfacing versus interfacing, fabric versus fabric. I will just fold it in words like this, then I will stitch on it. I'll stitch on it like this, then I'll come back and show you. Then for the sleeve, when after joining the two shoulders, I will now join the sleeve, then I'll come back and show you. So now this is what it looks like. So this is my side pocket. I also attached just a little piece at the side pocket. Then I went up by 1 inch for the hemming. I told you that I'm going to hem it, so this is 1 inch. I hemmed it with 1 inch. Then for the sleeve, this is the sleeve. After joining the shoulders, I also attached the sleeve. Okay, so it's very simple to make. It's very simple to make. So this is the sleeve. I have 20 inches, 10 inches for the front and 10 inches for the back, making it 20 inches for the sleeve. That's for after joining is 20 inches. So this is the back side pocket, and I also used 1 inch to also hem the back of the. Turning it over to the back, this is how I'm going to shape it. I'm going to use 1 inch to shape it, remaining 1 inch. So remember, we used 2 inches for the allowance, so I'm going to use 1 inch for the shaping. Then I'm going to leave 1 inch because this gown is a free gown, so that 1 inch will be enough for me to give me allowance. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side here. And guys, I will iron it after joining. I will iron it, then I will show you what it looks like after ironing and everything. Then I will also weave it. Okay, I'm coming back and show you what it looks like. So you might have seen a video at the beginning of this video where I wore the dress. This is how it looks like at the end. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.